Good afternoon, I'm John Naylor on the eCentral Business Show. This afternoon we've got Lauren Penny here from Inner Pulse. Now, Inner Pulse, what's that about, Lauren?
Sure, it's nice to be here, John, thank you.
Yeah.
Inner Pulse, we are an event consulting business. We work with our clients to deliver them outstanding events focusing on strategy, operations and workforce.
Okay, so what's the outcome of all that? If you're involved in an event, what happens?
The number one thing we're looking at is to create a memorable event. So creating an event is a moment in time that you're creating, and then ultimately being able to run a successful event. Those people, the sponsors, the audience, whoever is attending that event are going to remember that event for what they experienced on the ground or virtually. Okay,
great. Now we're actually here to talk about the course that I'm going to do tomorrow. This or start tomorrow. That's with Jacqueline Nagel. Speak Now. I'm very excited. Now I asked you to come over and have a chat just about what to expect. So, what's this business about needing to clear the diary, you know?
Absolutely. I think it's probably my number one tip is to clear the diary. So it is going to be 3 days, and it's not meaning that you're not going to have any other meetings. It's really clear the diary. So put an out of office message on your email address. Clear your diary. Don't have a phone call that you need to take during your lunch break or at 8 o'clock in the morning. Really immerse yourself in those 3 days so that you can really consume, digest, understand, explore the teachings and everything that Jacqueline will work with you and unpack for you to be able to communicate effectively with what you're looking at communicating.
Yeah, now also there's a pre-study part that I've just about got on top of, just like find 3 speakers and watch them 3 times over. Do I have to do that beforehand?
I think so. It's another tip, definitely do your pre-work.
Yeah.
Spend that time, you have a look at who you're attracted to, what's motivating you when you're listening to a speaker, because Jacqueline's going to explore what resonated with you so that when you're in that step and the spotlight's on you to be able to create that communication, how can you draw from those people that you admire and be able to then draw from your experience and create those communications.
Yeah, okay. And so why did you do the course?
Interesting question. The reason why I did the course was to be able to effectively communicate. I have a tendency to be able to just talk and talk and talk, so other people might call that ramble. So let's go with, I wanted to really focus on be able to create a structure and a focus, primarily around a keynote, to really be able to communicate with the audience. So that's what I walked in with, but essentially what I walked out with was not just one keynote, but a number of different frameworks that I can utilise in our business to be able to grow and positively impact. Yeah,
because I know in amongst the bit that and the pre-study I've done is that there's an element of pitching in there as well, so selling.
Yes.
Is it important to way you position yourself and position your business when you go out to talk to people, yeah?
That's it. So you're looking at how you're building that rapport, how you're pitching, what's the problem that you're trying to solve. So you're looking at your pitching, your proposal, how you're communicating. So whether it's in a one-to-one meeting with a prospect client, or whether you're on a stage talking to 1,000 people, it's being able to just draw on different frameworks to be able to automatically be able to pick up and be able to implement, even to the point of what Jacqueline calls an emergency kit. So have you ever had a chance or a time when someone just asked you to, hey John, you're here, why don't you tell us a little bit about eCentral and what you like to talk about in this room of 50 people? So it's that emergency kit. Okay. How can you ensure that you're on point, focused, and delivering your communication to that opportunity that's just presented to you?
So you make the most of it, yeah? Okay, tremendous. Now how about then, so finally, I think just about the final question now was, what's the main takeaway? What did you really get and take away? Was there one really significant thing for you?
Number of takeaways. But I think the number one that I would say is it's being able to really draw from your experience. So it's through your lens. So to be able to communicate.
Your lens? What do you mean?
Through your lens. So how you see things. So how I see things. So what happened? What experiences? What occurred? What changes you did? What was the actions? What was the challenges? So you're communicating from where you see things, not from a theory, not from a textbook, not from a third party. you'll be able to communicate from you through your lens, through your eyes.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I think in Jacqueline's parlance, I've heard her talk about, like, yeah, if you're speaking about your personal experience, it's going to be much more valuable, that gift that you give people.
That's
from
right.
that speaking event, yeah.
Yeah, so knowing what gift you're giving to others and being able to be able to communicate it from how you see it. So what you did, what you draw on, what was your learnings, what was the challenges, so that you're really connecting and I think one of the things that I've found very valuable about Jacqueline's 3 days was that she's so knowledgeable, so she's able to share so much of her knowledge so that you are learning constantly in that 3 days. Okay. So absolutely come back to that number one, clear your diary.
Okay, yeah, I think...
Clear the decks.
I think I've got that organised, yeah, okay. Well, that's great. Lauren, thank you very much for coming in and speak to us on the East Central Business Show. It's 3 exciting days ahead of me by the sound of it, and I'll be interested to report back on how it went.
I'd love to hear what you think after your 3 days.
Yeah, sure will. And that'll, of course, be the subject of probably the next episode of the East Central Business Show. We look forward to seeing you next time.